Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. So a couple videos back I showed you guys how to put hard gel on your nails if they're thin and if you need to kind of protect them, and I've also showed removal, but today I want to show a combination of both. So here we go. I did this, if you watch it back a couple videos, you guys will catch up, but I'll try to explain in a minute. So what I'm going to show you right here is how to snip off nails. You do not want to do it at that angle. You want to do it at this angle. If it's yourself or a client, regardless, you want to look under the nail. That's really, really, really important. The epinecium is right here, your skin. Some people have a long epinecium where it comes out to here and you can't snip off their nail. Their nail is attached longer than it extends a little longer and is attached to like the meat of their skin longer than you think. So look, always inspect underneath the nails before you clip anything off. And a good guide to go by is if you do not want to start here. No. You want to make sure that you clip off at the end of the meat. And again, make sure you're looking, I say meat, flesh, finger, whatever. So at the end of the finger and at this angle, not at that angle, at this angle, that will prevent you from having like jarring. If you've ever done that, you know what that feels like. If you have your clipper at the wrong angle, it's going to really hurt when you snip that off. If you only get it snipped halfway off, don't pull it off. Snip off the other side in the same manner. Try to align it with the line, and it'll just come right off so easy. So again, we're going to angle this correctly. We're going to lightly push our clipper up to the end of our flesh, finger, meat, whatever you want to call it, and that's how I'm able to clip them off quickly, because I've already looked underneath. I know where the natural nail starts. I know I'm not clipping any flesh or nail off that shouldn't be. And then of course your implements go in your barbicide. Always have a dust brush handy when you're getting ready to do this removal process. This is a 5-course safety bit from Not Polish, and this is what they look like brand new. I was just showing you because that one has some of the color taken off. That's important. Always use one of these to prevent dust from getting inside your handpiece of your e-file. Wow, this is going along quick, so I'm trying to keep up. So I'm just going to show you in reverse, removing product from my non-dominant hand, with my non-dominant hand, from my dominant hand. So it helps if you move the finger. Sometimes I keep the hand piece still and move my finger, and sometimes I do a combination of both. But when the nail is really thick like this, I apply pressure. But when I'm using my left hand to do my right hand, I tend to go much slower, and I don't have this video sped up double time like usual. I only have it sped up 1.5 times so we can see maybe better the speed and pressure that's being used here. I've shown this in a few of my videos, but since this was at the beginning of the video I'm posting in a minute, I thought I would just make it a separate one because this ties into the other video where I showed you guys how to build yourself a natural nail out of hard gel. Well, today I'm going to be taking my nails down to that hard gel layer, and I'm going to show you how to recognize that so you know when to stop and how to prep it further after that, like whether you want to keep nails, like you want to put a new set on, you want to put pop-offs on, or you want to leave your natural nails the way they are. So we're going to go into all of that. It's going to be a short, quick video. But here I'm just showing you. This is, again, a 5-course bit. It's on a speed of about 15 to 17. When the nail is thick, we're not going to soak off today. This is completely drilling with the e-file, getting all the acrylic off with the e-file. This makes really quick work of it. You should have your e-file up at 15 or 17, and don't try this with this kind of bit at this speed on anyone or yourself until you're used to your e-file and you know what it's capable of and you know how to handle it, okay? So I know where my natural nail length is under here, so slowly I'm starting to just remove more of that length so I don't have to keep taking down the acrylic. So my goal here is to get the tip that I glued on off and to get the acrylic off so that I am down to that hard gel that I have on my natural nail. So we won't be touching my natural nail or working on my natural nail today. So once I start seeing the pink, because I used Young Nails Concealer Pink for hard gel that I will show toward the end of this video so you can see what it looks like. So I can see the color difference. Also, when you're used to filing acrylic and you have filed gel or top coat, you can immediately start seeing when the shavings that are coming off of your nail become really, really powdery and fine. You're into gel at that point. So I'm showing you how I can see where there is a nail tip on there and where my natural nail is grown out to. So I'm not putting this bit, especially this harsh bit, on my natural nail. I'm just using it very gently and slowly to take the tip I glued on to make my acrylic nails off. So you can see how quickly this process is. I'm going to do it to both hands, but off camera. I only showed you part of my non-dominant hand here. And before I started, I had already finished my index finger because that came off yesterday. So again, we're just making really quick work of this. We're using medium pressure when the nail is thick, and then letting the tools do their work when you're down to a thin layer and you're working above your natural nail. You're going to lift the bit off after every stroke. You're not going to use any pressure. You're going to let the tools do their work. So you can see here, you can see my natural nail under the length. My natural nail length is right there and the tip is right there. So I'm comfortable using this bit in that area because I know I'm only removing plastic, taking the tip that I glued on off. I'm not going to put this on my natural nail. When I get to my natural nail, I'm going to stop. What I don't have in this video is all these same steps that I'm doing here. When I'm finished with this coarse bit, I'm going to go in do the same exact thing and go over the same exact areas with the sanding band. And this is what it looks like when you're done. See how they look pink? And you can see that those aren't just natural nails, they're a little bit thicker. There's pink on there. So I'm down to the hard gel. Once I'm down to the hard gel, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'm going to use some swipe to dehydrate. And then on my right hand, I don't want to put any acrylics or do a pop-off method or anything. I want to leave these nails the way they are. So I'm just going to put a base coat and a top coat on and leave them pretty and pink and ready to go. The reason I'm doing this with a base coat and a top coat is just to protect that hard gel that I have. So your hard gel is going to grow out just like any nail enhancement. So right now I have hardly any growth, so I'm just able to, give these another sealant coat basically. So I'm going to do a base coat and a top coat to kind of seal these off, leave them the way they are. My left hand, I plan on doing the pop-off method. So all I'm going to do is just hydrate my cuticles. They're already cleaned up. I don't need to do any cuticle work or prep work because I did that before I put on the gray set that I just removed. So this is how they look after the base coat. I want you guys to notice too, I didn't have time to say it, but when you're e-filing and when you're putting on top coat, you should be using your pinky finger of your other hand to stabilize yourself. So you'll notice that like when I'm applying right here, I didn't do it, but when I applied the base gel, I was definitely holding like this, using my pinky to hold my hand steady. I was definitely doing that with my e-file as well. So after this goes in the lamp, I'm not going to put any top or base coat on my left hand because again, I'm getting ready to do a pop-off set. So I'm done with this hand after I hydrate. After you do this much work, you just want to really, really hydrate your nails. So I put a bunch of cuticle oil on and I rub it in, and then I go get hand lotion and rub that in too. And then I really massage my actual cuticles of each finger and just really get it in there. And whatever's left over, that just where my hands are greasy and I can't like operate normally, I'll wipe off with a paper towel. And then I'm going to pull out that Young Nails hard gel so you can see the color of it and what I used, because the video that I showed you guys, I was using gel in a tub, but I did go back after that and use a concealer pink so that when I get down to the hard gel, I can tell that it's pink and I can see it visually. That's why I used it. And here's what I'm talking about. I'm just going to show you that for a second. This video is coming to an end. I am going to try to learn how to put in cards so I can put cards up here for you guys to click on to refer to the videos I'm talking about. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.